Hey guys, welcome back to Puffalauda, and welcome back to Café Enchanté. But before I get into that, I do want to mention that I created a Twitter profile. Woo! So if you guys want to talk to me about anything, or if you have any suggestions or anything like that, you can absolutely DM me. My Twitter profile is literally just Puffalauda. Not really a surprise there. And if Twitter isn't your thing, I also have a Tumblr, so you can always reach out to me on there as well. Anyways, back to Café Enchanté. We are in a horrible mess. There's a giant wormhole in the sky, there's skeletons crawling among us on the island, and we have to find all of the little buddies so that they don't get crushed by the skeletons. It's just, oh my god, it's a horrible nightmare. So let's just get right into it. We saw Mr. Rendo and the others off, then quickly moved into action, talking to the curé that had been left behind to help us navigate the area.
さてと、この微妙に広い島の中で隠れちゃった空霊族を保護ね。
So, do you have any idea where they might be?
本来の集落は島の中心に位置しているのでありますが、襲撃で皆チリチリになったので、おそらくは岩の隙間や獣の掘った穴に身を潜めているはずであります。
I shouldn't be laughing because it's a horrible situation, but his voice is always just, oh, it always gets me. So essentially, they'll be keeping quiet and still somewhere close to the ground, is that right?
そうであります。びくりともしないのであります。
God, so we have to scour the forest to look for them. It seems really proud of that fact, but isn't this a bad thing? And as I expected, you wore a concerned look.
大規模の探知を行ったとしても、その状態では発見できませんね。
Yeah, because they're
音と
clay
温度、
figures.
どちらを用いても無理です。彼らには体温がありませんし、おそらく天然の岩や鉱石と区別がつかないでしょう。
I feel wouldn't that make them extremely safe from the skeletons, though? They're not moving at all. They just look like rocks. What are the skeletons gonna do? Hit every rock and think that it's gonna be alive?
まさに土器そのものって感じだよね。どうしたものかな。
Bits of earth buried within the earth. I think I remember back when I was in grade school, there was some news about valuable ancient earthenware found on this island. It's as if I've learned the truth to the legends behind that. Ultimately, we decided just to go around and look for them normally for now, while thinking of other ways to search for them. Along with the curé carried in my arms, we walk off together in the woods. During this time, though he said nothing might come of it, he flew across the sky further away from us, periodically casting search magic. Still, this island really is big, isn't it?
ひょっとして琴音殿は以前この島に来られたことが？
Oh, yeah. I grew up nearby. We used to come here with friends when I was a kid. Coming here and exploring the island was what all the kids did back then. We'd come by boat with everyone. It's probably not the time to think about it, but that was all so nostalgic.
君って結構アクティブな子供だったんだね。
Not really, but I did like going out to explore and look at all sorts of things. Now that I think of it, that must have been Grandpa's influence too. Narrowing my eyes, immersed in my memories, I turned the conversation over to Mazir. What about you, Mazir? What kind of kid were you? You said in the past that you were a noble.
どうだったかな。数千年単位での昔だから、あんまりよく覚えてないんだけど。
Just dodging the question, I see.
でも、普通の子供だったと思うよ。多分、幸せだったと思う。
It felt a bit strange to me that he spoke as if he wasn't talking about himself. I haven't really had a lot of opportunities with Mazir to talk to him about what his past is like. Mazir...
ごめん。ちょっと待って。
Mazir puts his index finger to his lips and glances to his left and his right. Ugh! Oh my god, there's so many. 2 on the right and 2 on the left. The Spartoi we saw amongst the trees.
はい、さよならと。
Whoa, look, his eye is like black on the left side. With just a snap of Mazir's fingers, with only that, they all turned to dust.
いやいや、反則にも程があるでありますよ。指を鳴らしただけで即粉砕とか。
I'm not sure you can tell, but he's actually a demon lord.
これくらいはさすがにね。
After this one-sided fight was over,
ああ、やはり無事でしたか。前方に20体ほどの集団がいたので、そちらを優先しましたが。
イル、おかえり。対処してくれてありがとう。空霊族の方はどう？
どうにも。やはり生物というよりか、無機物に近い彼らを探すのはかなり骨が折れますね。
あわわわわ。おお、というか自分たちのせいでお手数をおかけするであります。
let's just keep up our search. Mr. Rendo said we still had some time. Nodding in agreement, Mazir brushes through the grass where the Spartoi were earlier. Mazir, is something wrong?
いや、ちょっとね。さっきやり合った時妙な感じがして。
He kneels down and stares at the remains, that ash-like material.
この残骸。
As he spoke, Mazir picks up the remains of the pulverized Spartoi in his hand. Right as I was about to ask about that weird feeling he felt. Oh god. Oh jeez. As if to stop me, or maybe even to answer me, a dense sound as if the air was creaking could be heard across the entire island.
あれはまた来るでありますよ。
It was just as before. The sky groaned as several fissures began to run through it. It's as if blood was oozing from a wound. I could clearly see the Spartoi, one after the other, raining down on the island.
スパルトイ自体は我々にとって脅威ではありませんが、空霊族にとっては敵の数が増えていく現状はあまりよろしくないでしょうね。
Yeah. As time goes on, the Cure's survival rate and even the danger towards me increases. So I was about to ask what we should do.
ミシェル？
I noticed something was strange about him. Oh god, I'm scared.
ことね、イル。二人ともちょっと俺の後ろに下がって。あれは放置すべきじゃないものだ。
Okay. There was unusual tension in Mazir's voice. Before I could ask what was wrong. Oh god. Oh god! Eel suddenly grabs me in his arms and jumps back in retreat. And right after he spins around and spreads his wings in an effort to protect me, from behind him. Oh my god! Faster than the blink of an eye. A wave of heat, enough to burn, pushed against us in a rush of light and harsh wind. A loud roar, scorching heat, blinding light. The sound, the heat, the light. A thick streak of purple lightning cast its hue on the world, eating into the cracks in the sky. What is going on? It all happened so suddenly. It took a few dozen seconds to realize it was all something cast from Mazir. Still blinded by the flashes in my eyes and a ringing still in my ears, I looked back with Eel, who had protected me, towards Mazir and approach him. He was completely different than usual, and had a strange aura of quiet and coldness around him, enough to make me freeze. Mazir? What the fuck? At least warn us ahead of time, like move us aside or something, don't just explode! Cautiously, I call out to him. His shoulders pricked in surprise, and in a fluster, Mazir turns back towards us.
ああ、ごめんね、ことね。 空間の亀裂思ってたよりよくないやつっぽくて
Bro.
とにかくなくさなくちゃって空間をずらしてでも消し飛ばすって感じでぶっ放したんだけどね。
So you set off a bomb?
それにしても今のは危険かと。私はともかく他の者たちの耐久度を計算した上での攻撃でしたか？
Finally, Eel, the voice of reason. I'm so afraid that I said that. Like, that would never be the case otherwise. But here, yes, I agree.
自分は死んだと思いましたであります。
Oh.
本当にごめん。
Mazir's face revealed an anguish I'd never seen before. Yeah, that situation was a bit dangerous now that they mention it, but... No, it's okay, Mazir. Look, I'm totally fine. Eel protected me, and I'm sure we can do something about... the cracks in the sky. Right as I was about to finish my sentence, as if to deny my assertion. Oh my god! A giant one of them appeared.
なんでありますか？あのでっかいのは
Just so bad. What appeared from the shattered sky was an arm? A frightening looking arm made up of bones, just like the Spartoi. I couldn't really tell from this far, and I wondered how giant that thing in the sky was.
来ます。
Eel's warning caused me to brace myself, and then... a giant fist of bone charged right at us with incredible speed. The palm looked like a dot moments ago, but now was large enough to fill my view. Everything happened in slow motion. My body, immobilized, stood there, staring. Oh shit, Mazir! No!
これはとてつもない質量ですね。
Mazir and Eel, who quickly got in front of me, stopped the overwhelming fist right in front of us by using their magic. Mazir, Eel! With a crushing sound, the fist of bone met the two who would clash against it. I'd never thought these two would ever have to struggle against anything. Witnessing this wild scene before me, another giant arm of bone flung itself up, readying itself to smash down upon us. Oh. What came flying in from beside us? A slash of darkness, a fist engulfed in flames, sent the encroaching bony arm flying. Yeah!
こちらはお任せを。
Oh shit! After the attack of unexpected helpers came a barrage of dark and light. Oh my god! The terrifying bony arm then started to crumble as if melting back up into the sky. Without a sound, it went back to wherever it came from using the cracks along the sky. They're so cool! Everyone did such a good job!
際どいところだったな。さすがに焦ったぞ。
なんかてめえらに手出してたし、とりあえずぶっ飛ばしたけどよ。何だったんだ今のやつ。
God, I don't know. Goodness, Ignis! My relief and cheers of joy spill forward to our reinforcements that came crashing in.
遅くなってすまない。これでも急いで来たのだが。
No, you really did save us. But how did you two get here? They didn't take the bullet train, did they? As I worried.
あ？どうやってって、それ走ってきたに決まってんだ。
You ran all the way here? I guess... Sure, you ran here along the shore, but we're on an island. How did you get here?
だから、走ってきたんだよ、海面を。
Oh my god. It's like Naruto.
ちなみに、我は海底を走ってきた。デュラハンは泳げぬからな。
What? I know I should take them seriously, but the way that they skirt around these insane facts really just is the way of these Enchanté men.
ともかく無事なのは何よりだが、我らは来たばかりで状況がつかめぬ。なのでひとまず話してもらおう。この島で何が起きているかをな。
Well, sit down. There's a story. Right when the swaying of the trees began to settle from the blast of wind created by MISYR's attack earlier, noticing the fight with that giant bone arm, Mr. Rindo regrouped with us as well. For the first time in days, the regulars of Enchanté were gathered together.
つまりあの天を裂いて出た巨大な腕は正体が不明な存在ということか。
ええ、あのホールの先の世界もまた GPM も預かり知らぬ世界のようです。
That giant arm that appeared after the Spartoi. Eerie arms. We need to know what arms are. Like, we didn't know what in the world it was, but the regulars were able to keep it at bay for the time being. They almost certainly expected that it would appear again.
手応えがまるでなかったからな。一時的に逃げただけだろうな、ありゃ。
A size big enough to tear the heavens apart. It was so extraordinary. The moment I saw it, all I could do was freeze on the spot. But honestly, I really didn't want to think about attacking again. Or it attacking again. I glanced over at Mazir next to me, and sure enough, he was deep in thought. He looked down at the ground, pensive as ever.
それでリンド、ここへ移動してから話すとのことだったが、悪い知らせとは何のことだ？
ああ、実はね。
Oh God. For an instant, Mr. Rindo looked at me and the Cure in my arms.
スパルトイの像か。それにさっき君たちを襲った正体不明の巨大な腕。その直後に起きた地表からの砲撃。それらの状況の危険性を上層部が重く見てね。ホールおよびこの島そのものを人類の脅威とみなし、
What?
殲滅の指令が下ったんだ。
What? What do you mean?
殲滅とは
Yes, same.
言葉通りだろう。島ごと滅ぼせという。な。
There's still people on here! The Cure holds its breath at Kanas, who was speaking for Mr. Rindo.
中でもスパルトイの数が増えていることに懸念を示していてね。いずれ島から人里に押し寄せるかもって。
So they're just gonna blow us all up? Is that what you're saying, Rindo?
だからこの島に留まっているうちに島ごとを一気に殲滅しようと考えたみたいだ。
Is this America? Like, I'm so confused. Why is it like an ultimatum? Like, oh, well, like, okay, well, there's still skeletons on it, so we're just planning to blow the entire island up. You do realize the wormhole's in the sky, right? Like, it's not... The wormhole isn't going to disappear. They're just gonna drop skeletons into the ocean instead.
わざわざ国会を通じて航空と海上両方の自衛隊出動の要請までかけてね。
Rindo, I swear to God.
つってもよ、島ごとぶっ飛ばしても聞いた感じじゃ空の割れ目から骸骨とも降ってくんだろ。
Yeah, exactly. Like, what? What?
根本的な解決になってなくねえか、それ。
それはお偉いさん方も理解してるさ。ただそういう決定が出た以上現場はもう動いてる。
Then tell your higher-ups to cancel the fucking order. It doesn't make any sense.
本当なら艦隊の出撃なんてもっと時間がかかるんだけど、運悪くちょうど近くを運行してた艦があるらしくてね。
Oh my God.
どこまでも間が悪いな。呪われてんじゃねえか、この島。
というよりもその原因の一つであるとんでもない砲撃って。
すみません。俺です。
Yeah, Mazir, that's why you don't do those types of things. I understand that you had our safety in mind, but good God. Mazir honestly confesses, listlessly raising his hand.
だろうな。
I love how they just knew. Connus and Ignis sighed together in sync.
まあ君なりにあのホールを解決しようとしたっていうのはなんとなくわかるけどね。
ごめん。やらかした本人として責任は取るつもりでいるよ。
そう。まあそれならこっちもこれ以上はぐちぐち言わないよ。
Mr. Rendo shrugs his shoulders and goes back to talking.
ともかく僕が聞いた話だとその総攻撃は1時間後。間違いなくこの島は焦土になる。
Bruh, like literally, this is the reason. Oh my god, you cannot trust people. Like, why not tell the higher ups like that makes no fucking sense at all? Like, cancel the order, tell them to go back on it, or at least send the troops there to take down the enemies instead of blowing the whole fucking place up.
僕にも保護を切り上げて避難しろって連絡が入ったよ。
No, that's awful. You're literally just sitting there being like, oh, like, well, I know that you have your whole, like, family and friends and community all on this island, and we haven't found all of them yet, but we're just gonna take a few of you and we're just gonna call it a day. Like, you guys, your lives don't matter. Like, oh, God. Clearly, the country should do everything it can to protect its people from harm, but it was clear that non-humans stood outside the bounds of these protections.
このまま残る同胞たちは見捨てるしかないのでありますか?
Yeah, like it. Oh God.
いや、そんなことはないよ。
Huh? With an unusually serious expression on him, Mazir gently pats the head of the Kure.
さっきも言ったけどさ、やらかした本人として責任は取るつもりだから。
そうは言いましても、具体的には何をするのです？この状況を打破するとなると、やはりあのホール自体を解決しなければならないかと。
Eel was completely right. Just like Ignis said, it didn't matter if the island is obliterated. If those cracks in the sky still exist, the issue of the growing number of Spartoi and that gigantic, terrifying arm, neither of those would be resolved.
あの空に生じたホール、多分俺の力なら封じられると思うんだ。
Oh, good lord. Mazir made his offer after taking a breath. Everyone there stood wide-eyed at him.
それ本当かい？
事実ならば願ってもないが。
一応ね、さっき俺自身の力をぶつけた結果、規模とか性質とかなんとなくつかめたから。ただ
Just
ちょっとした下準備が必要でさ、それにだいぶ時間がかかるんだ。だからそのなんていうか。
Huh? For some reason, Mazir had an apologetic look on his face.
それなりに大規模で難しい技だから集中が乱れたりするとアウトでさ。スパルトイやあの腕への対抗、自衛隊やその関係者への牽制、やることはきっと多いし大変だと思う。
After explaining the particulars,
悪いね。
oh,
原因の一端は俺なんだから、できればみんなに負担はかけず個人で済ませたいとこなんだけど。もちろん強制はしないよ。俺一人でも気合でなんとかして。
and we're gonna stop here. Mazir, why do you have to do everything alone? I do not understand. Like, it's perfectly fine to ask for help. Like, they can, I don't know. I guess it's like because we're putting everyone's life at risk if everybody decides to stay. So, like, that's why he feels guilty. But at the same time, I'm like, come on. Like, we've been through everything together. We fought a fucking cow in front of an aquarium. Like, we went to, like, Medio and we went everywhere. Like, it's fine. Like, I don't know. That's my personal opinion. What do you guys think? Anyways, next time we'll just see what everybody says. I'm pretty sure no one's gonna ditch him, but we'll see.